The object of our yoga. Essays Divine and Human by Sri Aurobindo. The object of our yoga is self-perfection. Not self-annulment. There are two paths set for the feet of the yogin. Withdrawal from the universe and perfection in the universe. The first comes by asceticism. The second is effected by tapasya. The first receives us when we lose God in existence. The second is attained when we fulfill existence in God. Let ours be the path of perfection. Not of abandonment. Let our aim be victory in the battle. Not the escape from all conflict. Buddha and Shankara supposed the world to be radically false and miserable. Therefore, escape from the world was to them the only wisdom. But this world is Brahman. The world is God. The world is Satyam. The world is Ananda. It is our misreading of the world through mental egoism that is a falsehood, and our wrong relation with God in the world that is a misery. There is no other falsity and no other cause of sorrow. God created the world in Himself through Maya. But the Vedic meaning of Maya is not illusion. It is wisdom, knowledge, capacity, wide extension in consciousness. Prajna Prasrita Purani. Omnipotent wisdom created the world. It is not the organized blunder of some infinite dreamer. Omniscient power manifests or conceals it in itself or its own delight. It is not a bondage imposed by his own ignorance on the free and absolute Brahman. If the world were Brahman's self-imposed nightmare, to awake from it would be the natural and only goal of our supreme endeavor. Or if life in the world were irrevocably bound to misery, a means of escape from this bondage would be the sole secret worth discovering. But perfect truth in world existence is possible. For God here sees all things with the eye of truth. and perfect bliss in the world is possible. For God enjoys all things with the sense of unalloyed freedom. We also can enjoy this truth and bliss called by the Veda Amritam, immortality. If by casting away our egoistic existence into perfect unity with His being, we consent to receive the divine perception and the divine freedom. The world is a movement of God in His own being. We are the centers and knots of divine consciousness, which sum up and support the processes of His movement. The world is His play with His own self-conscious delight. He who alone exists, infinite, free and perfect. We are the self-multiplications of that conscious delight. Thrown out into being to be His playmates. The world is a formula, a rhythm, a symbol system, expressing God to Himself in His own consciousness. It has no material existence, but exists only in His consciousness and self-expression. We, like God, are in our inward being that which is expressed. But in our outward being, terms of that formula, notes of that rhythm, symbols of that system. Let us lead forward God's movement. Play out his play. Work out his formula. Execute his harmony. Express him through ourselves in his system. This is our joy and our self-fulfillment. To this end, we who transcend and exceed the universe have entered into universe existence. Perfection has to be worked out. Harmony has to be accomplished. Imperfection, limitation, death, grief, ignorance, matter are only the first terms of the formula. Unintelligible till we have worked out the wider terms and reinterpreted the formulary. They are the initial discords of the musician's tuning. Out of imperfection, we have to construct perfection. Out of limitation, to discover infinity. Out of death, to find immortality. Out of grief, to recover divine bliss. Out of ignorance, to rescue divine self-knowledge. Out of matter, to reveal spirit. To work out this end for ourselves and for humanity is the object of our yogic practice.